Hey YouTube, just a little update on the Howell Ranch here. Never did get the 58 Chevy truck. I decided not to trade, so didn't go on with that project. I got another little project here. I got a new toy. Oh, I got a chance to trade the semi and the Ford pickup for a California 1974 Dodge Dart Sport. It had a slant 6 in it that comes with it. Totally rebuilt 360 that's never been run, a 727 transmission, a 904 transmission, a 8 3/4 inch posi rear end, and a 8 3/4 inch non-posi rear end. And I still ain't decided if I'm going to do it or not yet, but I never had a totally rust-free car. In fact, it's even got the original paint on it yet, and probably would buff out. Got a few dings here and there, a little scratch here and there, and paint fade, but it would be a totally rust-free car. And if worse come to worse, I could take the 440 out of the motorhome and put it into that Dodge Dart, and then I'd have a hell of a sleeper. I don't know what to do about it yet. Really didn't want to get rid of the semi, but that Dodge Dart's a lot smaller and takes up a lot less space than the semi and the pickup. I decided the Chevy was too rusty, so we nixed on that project. So I did some wheeling and dealing last Friday. I had an old Honda 3-wheeler and old junk 350 Honda motorcycle I just about killed myself on about 10-15 years ago, and got rid of them and traded for this, I'd say it's probably late 30s, early 40s Kohler light plant. It's a 4 kW, and I think it says 5 kVA. I'll have to take a better look. Anyway, here I'm going to give it a show you my light plant here. She's a big old beast. Well, there she is. She's Kohler USA. Got her hooked behind the undertiller here. Been dragging it around. For some reason, I don't know if it's the way it was designed or not, there's this big resistor on the back here, and every time you start it, I put this nice switch on it. It did have a push button switch on that shorts this resistor out. Must give it full juice to the fields of the DC generator part to energize the AC. And you can adjust this. Had a copper band on, which I just broke, so now I just put a hose clamp on it. Slide this back and forth and you can adjust your voltage output of the AC. She's a big old beast. And it's only 4 kilowatts, but I think they'd put them 4 kilowatts out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She's got a Waukesha engine on her. I don't even see that or not. Old flathead 4-banger. Got a little weld bead in her here. I think she was busted at one time, but she's not leaking. Some old mechanic fixed that up a few thousand years ago. Got a big magneto on her. Now I'm ready for the shit to hit the fan. I'm kind of thinking about building a wood gas generator to run this on. Maybe run her on wood power. For when everything takes a shit. Well, hang in there. I'm going to give her a little crank up. Crank start only, of course. I just put 4 new outlets in there. I didn't have old antique outlets in it. I turned the switch on, just put the switch in here too. That's just shorts the mag out, so she shorts out the mag and shuts down. Oh, hang in there, here we go. Usually pops one time here. Oh, of course it didn't this time though. There she goes. That's all the faster she runs, 1200 RPM. Okay, now I got this 500 watt light here. That's what it starts out as. I'm going to short this knife switch out. Now you shut the knife switch down, open her the other way, then we have daylight. There went the crank. I hooked up this meter the guy gave me with it. It's a volt meter and it reads cycles of electricity. There we got 120 volts. You probably can't see it, but there's your cycle, 60 cycles. So she's pretty darn close. Right on 60 cycles. I see she's dropping her voltage out. I better give her a little charge here again. I've been trying to get the voltage adjusted. I got her, oh, she's going down again. I might have to raise it up a little bit more. There she's hanging at 120. Here we got my disc grinder here. Pull the trigger on that, you don't even hear nothing. Engine don't even change tune. A little bit maybe. I just thought I'd do a little bitty update. Tell you we didn't get the 58 Chevy. I kind of like this thing. She's old, she's big, and she's well built. Any better with the light on it or not. There's the tag on there. That's your oil pressure. Don't know if anybody's interested in this old crap, but I am. Give you some idea how big it is. That's a house P235 75 R15 wheel there. So that's how big she is, the tire. This used to power a guy's barn. Whenever the power would go out, he'd milk his cows with it and cool his milk cans. It's from around this area. Probably 2 miles, 3 miles away from right here is where the old farmer had it. A buddy of mine bought it at his auction after he died. Taking up too much room in his shed, so now I'm going to have a place to find to put it in my shed. I just thought I'd give you a little update. We got the light of day there, boys. Hanging right in there. 60 cycles. 120 volts. She'll do that day or night. 24 hours a day as long as you can buy the gas for her. That's why I want to try and make it a wood gas deal. This seems like the perfect old engine to try and run on wood gas. Well, we'll shut her down. Just to show you, she starts on one crank. I'm going to try it once. Crank fell on the ground. Hang on. Got the switch on. Yep. Here we go. There she goes. Now that's what I call start. See, now you hit the nice switch again. There she got light again. There we go. Well, thanks for watching. This is Dan F. Hall saying, oh, I got a few car pictures from car shows I might put on the end of this. If I don't, I didn't. If I do, I did. So if you see them, a couple car shows I went through since I had the last video up. If you don't, I didn't get the chance to put them on. So, signing off from the big power plant here at the Hall Ranch. Saying so long and thanks for watching. Good old Waukesha power. So long.